Actually, before I go to anything else in the region before we move around? Go ahead.
Thank you. If you remember, I asked you last week about the sanctions undercuts against Turkey. And if a country like Turkey, who is under sanctions, I asked if this country can buy the F-16, because if I remember well, you sanction them and you cancel the contract for F-35, correct? So what change and you want to give to Turkey the F-16s? And also tell us if Turkey is still under sanctions.
Specifically, I believe I answered your question last week, but to reiterate.
You took my question and they sent me an answer from your office.
Understood. So specifically as it relates to CATSA, of course we make those assessments, and any provisions of sales are made on a case-by-case basis. I don't have any other specifics to offer right now. But on F-16s, President Biden said last June, as a general matter, that we should sell Turkey F-16 jets and modernize their fleet as well. However, when it comes to specific arms transfers, we decline to comment until there is a formal notification process with Congress. Broadly speaking, though, the U.S. strongly values its partnerships with our NATO ally Turkey, and the U.S. and Turkey have a long-standing and deep bilateral defense ties, and Turkey's continued NATO inoperability remains a priority for this administration.
Can I follow up, please?
Sure.
Because your people send me an answer, and I thank you for that. Also, they send an answer to my colleagues. In your answer, you say that the sale of F-16s to Turkey is not prohibited by these CATSA sanctions, provided Turkey's Presidency of Defense, it's a company called SSB, is not a party to the transaction. You need to explain to us what is going on, because I think the Turks, they will change the name of the company to buy the F-16s, and as you understand, this is a fraud.
So I'm just not going to get ahead of the process or get into hypotheticals. As I've said, I would reiterate what Ned, the Secretary, what President Biden have said previously, which is that we should sell Turkey the F-16 jets and modernize their fleet as well. However, when it comes to specific arms transfers, I'm just not going to get ahead of that process until formal notifications have happened to Congress.
So, on this point, the foreign minister, the Turkish foreign minister, said, I think today or late last night, that the F-16 sale is completely independent of whatever plans they have for northern Syria, whether they invade or not invade northern Syria. It should be independent of any NATO admission to Sweden and Finland and so on. Is that your understanding of this deal, or is this deal conditioned on let's say, Turkey refraining from attacking Syria and going along with that mission of Sweden and Finland to NATO?
Saeed, I'm not going to offer parallels or connections here. As it relates to the F-16s, we've been quite clear, and as it relates to incursions into Syria, we've also been quite clear. Ned spoke about this as recently as yesterday, in which, of course, we are very sensitive and want to make sure that any actions that happen in Syria do not degrade the important work that has happened over the recent years to degrade ISIS and their operability in the region.